Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with day 4 of 30 Days of Sketches with Kristy's Beautiful Life, Series 12. And today our sketch is by the lovely Jessica Michaels. And so normally I'm not a huge fan of circles, but this is such a cool layout. So I was thrilled to look for a good set of pictures to use here. So I have these two night at the beach pictures, and this is how I cut pictures into circles. And then for the bingo board, I have some wood veneer and some, let's see what else is on the bingo board. We'll get into that. But I've got some pre-cut stars, some circles for matting my pictures, as well as to get the title on my layout. And so I've got all of that and lots of paper, some double matting, lots of ink for some mixed media, because on her sketch there's some splattery bits in some different places, as well as some something going up and down the right and left side. So I've got my papers, I've got my mixed media, my embellishments, my pictures in this awesome layout sketch. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so I am about as scattered as could be this morning because I am actually voiceovering this on day of, which is unlike me. So first things first, I inked with a couple of different colors. I think it's Stormy Sky and Salty Ocean, just to get a little bit of color in the top right and bottom left corners, because those are going to be where the majority of the empty space is. And then I took Chip Sapphire and a stamp from Tim Holtz and did this textured stamping on the outsides, where she has that reflected either torn bits, or with me, I just decided to go ahead and do some more mixed media. And then I did some splattering with some tumbled glass and I think prize ribbon. Sorry, my air conditioning is not working, but it's certainly trying to. And so it keeps kicking on, and I am right next to a window where the air conditioning unit is outside. So one of the bingo things for this row that I selected is double matted. So I have a dark navy blue, and then I cut this black cardstock down to give it a 1/4 inch border. And then of course I have my white background that I've been working with. And I distressed both the white and the black. And I like the way that looks. Before I distress it though, I'm gonna dab off all the excess ink so that I don't smear ink every which way. So I'm just gonna take my Tim Holtz distresser all the way around. I'm not looking for extremely distressed or torn up, but I do want to have like a rough edge, and when you see the close-ups you'll be able to see it better. So these are circles that I cut out on my Cricut, and I am getting my title on. So she has her circles, and then there's the title that's kind of curving around. I decided that I would see if I could work it out to get my title just sliced in to my circles. So that's what I did, and I just titled it Night Walk. This is a picture of the sky, the moon over the ocean. It's not like the best quality picture because it was taken with a camera phone at night on the beach, but which is why I was good with cutting it down like this. But you can still get the gist of it. And then the picture that's to the right is my sister, her husband, and her son, and my Neff pup on the beach. My mom took it that night when they went on their night walk, which we usually do at least once every year. I just did not go this year, and so my mother sent me a picture so I had it. So I'm going to tilt this to the side a little because on Jessica's sketch it is to the left a little bit, and then the bottom one is to the right a little. But what I decided to do was make it go more towards the bottom, because I've got to figure out where I'm going to put the little strips that go come out, and I don't want it to be behind the words, because then you'll see those bits and pieces of the strips instead of that white mixed media background. So I tilted it. Whew, y'all, I am barely functioning right now. So it is 81 degrees in my apartment. It's very hot. So that's why I'm sitting by an open window, hoping that it will help. Phew. So anyway, I pick out some scraps of blue paper. I put them in my little spray off box and tap out some mixed media. I picked a few different colors of blue, or 2 colors of blue, and then I also used my Chroma Mist from Bruce Monroe and Ornament Gold, and tap that out as well. And then I end up taking a paper towel to dry those off, and to catch some of that ink, although the gold still kind of comes up a little. It's okay. So I just cut 6 different strips out of where the splattered bits are. You can of course see the splattered bits best on that dark blue, and it's so fun. So I didn't cut them into any particular size. I just wanted to make sure I got them cut, you know, at least a half an inch wide, but wide enough to take up the space I needed to. So I am tearing the tops because that's what it looks like. Hers are kind of torn and rough edges, and I thought about distressing them, but they're going to be reasonably short so that they fit in the space. And so I didn't end up distressing them completely, but I do tear the edges or the very end of it off. And I just tuck those in, and then I'm going to glue them down once I get everything situated. And I love the way that this turns out. Now, this is probably the least embellished layout. Of course, with all the mixed media, it's fine. And I've already got my title cut into the paper, so I didn't need to add any thickers or alphas for that. So that helps. And really all I'm going to do is bring in those stars, the pre-cut stars that you see. I cut my circles to map my pictures, but I cut the stars out of the middle where I knew the picture would be covering. And so they are all going to be in the same kind of paper. Now that star I just put down was white cardstock that I had fiddled around with some ink. And so that's what I matted the picture of my sister and her family in. And so I just had a star cut out in the middle of that. And then same with the other papers. I just put at least 1 or 2 stars under where the picture was going to be, so that I wouldn't have to use extra paper. Not that I don't have plenty of paper to spare, but I just try my very best to be frugal and not waste. So these stars are wood veneer, and they are from MK Guns Shop, Some Assemblage Required. And I had 3 of them left. I still have some hearts in that collection, but I had 3 stars left, so I put those down with some Nouveau Deluxe. And now I am painting them with the Brutus Monroe Ornament Gold and the Chroma Mist. And you can't really see a huge difference, but it gives it some shine. Up close you can, especially once it's dried, but really it's just the shine I was going for. I don't mind the look of a wood veneer, like a wood finish, because I think it's really pretty, especially when everything else on this layout is blue. And if you watch my day 3, it was also a monochrome layout, and oddly enough, I didn't select that on my bingo board this time, but that's okay. But I did, I think it's wood veneer, double matte. I can't even remember, you all. I'm not kidding. My brain's not functioning right. Here's Jessica's. There we go. No pattern paper, wood veneer, circles, numbers, and double border. And I did add 23 next to the word walk. So now it says Night Walk 23 as the title. I just pulled those from some thickers that I have that are gold with a little aqua teal color on the sides. So here are the close-ups. I hope that you've stuck with me on this kind of random scattered layout and voiceover. My brain is cooking in the heat. So I hope you'll go and check out the playlist if you have not already. I also hope you'll come back and see me tomorrow. I promise to bring in some more than just blue. Have a great day and happy scrapping.